So we've just released a new smart tag search feature in Anki for all of our premium users, and I wanted to show you what this thing looks like. So a lot of you were spending way too much time in Anki's browser. You were clicking around tags to figure out what if something was covered in First Aid or Boards and Beyond or Sketchy or so on, and then trying to compare how each resource tagged that content. And we thought, we can automate some of this and save you all a lot of time. So let's access this thing. You'll find it in the same place as Smart Search. So you just go in your decks view, you click on the Anki deck, and then you click on Smart Search here. And once you do that, you'll be in this little zone where Smart Search happens. And this was here before. You could see like all the tag search things and kind of browse through the tag menu. But what's new is this search bar up here. And so if I type in something like MAOI and I hit search, then this thing is going to go through and it's going to know that MAOI is the same thing as MAO inhibitors or monoamine oxidase inhibitors. And it's going to find all of the tags that match anything that means the same thing as the thing you typed in. And so you can go through all these. You can even decide I only want to filter for just step one stuff, and that'll knock out all the step two things. You can choose specific resources that you care about. You say, okay, I only want first aid and boot camp. Those are the two resources I care about. If they're not tagged in there, I don't care. And so that will restrict your thing. One thing that's kind of neat is you can kind of look at the total notes that each of these things are tagged with. So first aid has 23 notes tagged with MAOIs, whereas boot camp has 24. This specific little sub tag of like Parkinson disease therapy with MAO inhibitors, this is 8 notes, but if you mouse over it, you'll see that there's only 2 of these that are not covered elsewhere. So there's like 2 unique things to Parkinson disease therapy associated with MAOIs that if I don't really care about this thing, I can knock this out and it'll drop my matching notes total from 26 down to 24. And so like that's kind of neat in terms of being able to see what each thing contributes to the total. I can then kind of scroll through all of these notes. I can go open up a preview and actually see these flashcards and see, actually, you know what, this one, I don't care about this one. So I'm going to deselect it, for instance. And so I can decide, I only want, let's say 20 of these particular notes, these 3 that I saw, I don't really like, and just play with these. And in terms of playing with these, you can do a couple of things. You can add them to your study queue, which means you're just unsuspending them. Or you can open them in the Anki browser and then, I don't know, do whatever you want. Flag them, put them in a subdeck, anything like that. In addition, we look at what this is and we look at some related terms. And sometimes these are kind of broad, sometimes they're closely related. I might say, my lecture was about MAOIs and M1 antagonists. And so I'd like you to add that to the total. And so that'll add an additional set of tags that fit these things and fit these filters. And if you don't like what you've added, at that point you can just hit X and make it go away. And so that is our feature here. The last thing I wanted to mention is that down here is a feedback button. We want this feature to save you tons and tons and tons of time. And to that end, please let us know how we can make it better. And so please do hit that feedback button once you've used this thing a bit and let us know how we can improve it. Thanks so much.